Hey guys, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be my February TBR. Today is technically the last day of January, but I am hopefully going to finish this book that I'm in the middle of right now. But if not, then I'll add that in at the end. But we're just going to consider it finished because I only have like 100 pages left. So February is the shortest month of the year, but we do have that extra leap day, so I'm going to use that as motivation to read as many books as I possibly can. I think last February was kind of like a slumpy month for me. I think I read like 1 or 2 books, but yeah, I'm going to get into my books that I'm going to read in February. The first book that I'm planning on reading is one that I read the first chapter of to see if I wanted to start it or the book I'm currently reading, and I really enjoyed the first chapter, so I'm very looking forward to actually getting to read the whole book, and that is going to be The Dutch House by Ann Patchett. And this book, from what I've gathered from just reading the synopsis in the first chapter, is about the house that this family lives in with their father. It's a girl and a boy, a brother and a sister, and their father remarries, and that's kind of where the story starts. It's about this like amazing house that's like a work of art called the Dutch House that they end up living in. Their dad buys it, and it's like a generational tale about these kids and their relationship or not relationship that they end up having with their dad, and about them growing up, and it seems really interesting. And Ann Patchett's writing, of course, is just like so good. You just are so compelled to keep reading. So I am really looking forward to getting back into this one. Alright, the next book that I got last month and I'm so excited to start as soon as possible. It's a chunker though, so it's a little bit intimidating, and that's The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Everyone already knows what this book is. Actually, probably better than I do, because I didn't really want to read a lot of reviews or synopsis or anything, because I want to go in not expecting anything and just enjoying her writing and enjoying the world that she builds. But I enjoyed The Night Circus and have just been waiting forever for her to release another book. So I'm very excited, although somewhat intimidated, to jump into The Starless Sea. The next book that I am going to read in February was one of my Book of the Month picks for January, and that is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. And it's kind of an odd one for me to choose because I'll never choose thrillers or mysteries or anything like that. I will read them if someone in book club picks them, or it's like highly suggested to me by someone I trust, but I actually ended up ordering her book last year from Book of the Month, The Broken Girls, just because I had an extra add-on, and the cover and the synopsis sounded kind of interesting to me, and I decided to pick it up because it was one of the shorter books that I had, and I ended up loving that book. Like, it was one of the best books I read that year. So I'm excited to read this one. It sounds like a ghost story mixed with like a mystery and murder, and I'm just very excited, and it's so short that I don't have to worry. So I might pick this one up in between the one I'm reading now and The Dutch House. I'm not sure. Okay, the last physical book that I'm planning on reading for the month of February is also one that I had as an add-on for my Book of the Month last month. That's Normal People by Sally Rooney. I have been meaning to pick this up for so long because I heard that this one is better than her other one. What is it? Conversations with Friends. And you know, it's short too, and I'm just trying, like I said, in February, I'm just trying to read as many of the books on my shelf that I already own as possible, because the amount that I haven't read is embarrassing and kind of overwhelming. So this one, I think, is just about a boy and a girl and their relationship with each other over a span of time. I think it starts in high school. I don't know too much more about it, but apparently Sally Rooney, her conversations and dialogue is really well written and compelling, and I'm just in the mood for that, honestly. Okay, probably the most anticipated and the book that I'm most excited to read in February is actually one I've already pre-ordered on Audible, because I've listened to this whole series on audiobook by choice because the narrator is amazing, and I'm sure everyone already knows about this book and is probably just as excited as I am, but that is going to be The King of Crows by Libba Bray, which is the last book in the Diviner series, and I am both very excited but also really nervous because the end of the last book, Before the Devil Breaks You, it did break me. I was like, what? Like, so much happened and then it was just over and we had to wait for what feels like an eternity for this book. And I just love this series. I love Libba Bray's writing in this series. I love the characters. They're just all so interesting. I just love the little bits that we're having revealed about this other, like, world and, like, all these scary things. Each book has definitely had its own contained storyline and plot that I have loved. I think the Diviner's plot is my favorite as far as, like, the contained one that is finished within that book. But the overarching series plot has just gotten better and better, and I am so invested in what happens to these babies, and seems like she's not afraid to hurt us by hurting them. So I'm just so excited, and I know that it's probably going to be like a 48-hour audiobook or something crazy because they're always so long, but I listen to them like as much as I possibly can. So I'm really excited about that one. And the last book that I am for sure going to read in the month of February is one for my book club. That book is This Is How It Always Is by Laurie Frankel, and that is one of my friend's picks, and she said it's available on audio, so I'm going to probably be checking that one out from my Libby app and just listening to that on audiobook. I like to have at least 1 or 2 audiobooks during the week, so that's definitely one that I have to read that one because it's book club. So it has really good ratings on Goodreads though. It's got 4.27. So it's about a family and they have children, and one of the children, I think he's the youngest, his name is Claude. He as he's growing, he discovers that he likes to wear dresses and he likes to wear makeup, and as he gets older he discovers that he really feels like he's a girl, and although his family's really supportive of him, they're very secretive of him, so they keep his discoveries about who he really is within their family, and then apparently it gets out and maybe like things explode. I don't really know, but it's that story, so looking forward to that. So yeah, that is my February TBR, and those are the books that I am planning on reading and hoping that I can get through. I have been doing really well so far this year. I mean, I know it's literally February, the second month, but I did read like 7 books in January, which for me is really good. So I'm hoping that having to make these videos and talk about what I said I was going to read earlier in the month will hold me accountable. So yeah, what are you guys planning on reading? Have you read any of these books that I am talking about already? Did you love them? Did you hate them? I obviously am here to talk with you guys about books, so please tell me what you're reading for February down below. And thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!